evening, everybody, and welcome. We are in the war zone for this special broadcast of the FWF. We have got the biggest and the best. This is the place where there are no timelines. We see the best of yesterday meeting the best of today and the future stars of tomorrow right here in the war zone. All right, welcome, wrestling fans. We are here in Virginia. This is now the war zone here for Warfare Wrestling. This is not a place where there are no holds barred. It's a place where no one is barred. Past meets present meets future. Right here under one banner, the FWF. We're going to see the FWF champion, Shawn Michaels, defending the title. It'll be a ladder match against Rob Van Dam. In our co-feature match, we're going to see two of the greatest tag teams of all time going head-to-head. The Hart Foundation, Bret the Hitman Hart and Jim the Emerald Neidhart against the Hardy Boys. You do not want to miss this one, fans. This one's for you. We appreciate your support. You'd have to be a fan of the Nation Network to get through the last month of programming with all the technical issues we have been dealing with. However, after some modifications made earlier today, we believe all issues have been cured. We expect all of our broadcasts now to go through without interruption. Joining me here in the broadcast position, of course, is my colleague, the one, the only, Jesse the Body Ventura.
Well, I'll just say this right now. While I've been gone, I noticed a lot of technical difficulties, and I'm not so sure it doesn't have something to do with you.
Well, I assure you I have nothing to do with it.
Well, that's what you say, but it doesn't mean I believe you.
All right, in the ring at this time, we are looking at the Outsiders. Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, the founding members of the NWO. They're going to be on up against these two men, Earthquake and Typhoon, two of the biggest men in the FWF.
Well, I'll tell you right now, they are truly living up to their names. They are the natural disasters. Either one of these guys ever lays a glove on you, and it's over.
They are absolutely a force to be reckoned with. Each of them independently, they are more devastating as a combined tandem. Former tag team champions looking to get back to some tag team gold.
Yeah, well, let's talk about the tag team champions here in the FWF for a moment. You've got these two guys. You've got Akam and Rizzo running around as the tag team champions. But can you imagine them getting in the ring with Earthquake and Typhoon? They'd have to reinforce the ring.
That would be a match, no doubt about it. And I'll tell you right now, if the Natural Disasters find a way to win this one, then there's a strong possibility that match could actually happen. Oh, wow! You mentioned it.
That's what I told you. Lay a glove on him, and down they go. He just dropped Kevin Nash with a single punch. When was the last time you ever saw that happen?
Well, flip side of the coin, Kevin Nash just scoop slammed Typhoon, and I haven't seen anyone do that in the opening moments of a match either.
Well, I'll say this right now. You've got size and strength versus size and strength. There's a lot of power in there. But the Natural Disasters have two guys that have that size, strength, and power. I'm not trying to say Scott Hall's not as strong. Oh, there goes the referee.
Referee is down. Tag is made. Now the double team by the NWO. The Outsiders with a back elbow.
Tremendous move right there by Scott Hall. Wound up, spun it around, and dropped Typhoon, and down he goes again.
Now it is Earthquake into the ring. He's got Hall up against the rope. Slams him.
Look at how he just threw him down. Scott Hall's like almost 6'7", nearly 300 pounds, and this guy just threw him down like he was a small child.
Well, right now it is Scott Hall with the upper hand. Say what you will about the size differential. Nice reversal there. Earthquake sending him into the corner. Here's the tag, double team.
Oh, this is going to be really bad.
Typhoon into Scott Hall.
Yeah, he's in trouble now. He went to the wrong part of town. He wasn't in his neighborhood over there. I don't know what he was thinking, but that was a mistake.
Power slam now by Typhoon. Now the double team into the rope he goes. Double elbow, down goes Scott Hall. Fans, we bring you this special broadcast here on the Nation Network midweek as a special appreciation for the continued support of the nation. He's got Hall up over his shoulder. Running power slam.
Well, right now, Scott Hall's in all kinds of trouble. He better figure it out. And he does the right thing, going outside the ring for a moment, trying to collect himself.
Well, he went for the DDT, and Earthquake just tossed him over the back.
Well, this is kind of what I was saying was going to probably happen. Scott Hall, I don't know that physically he can match up the size and strength factor with Earthquake or Typhoon, and right now he's not. We saw Kevin Nash doing it early on, but right now, Scott Hall is just getting beaten around the ring by each of these guys.
Oh, Earthquake just stepping across the midsection.
Yeah, that's nearly 400 pounds plus of Earthquake stepping on the midsection of Scott Hall.
And now Hall's got him up. He couldn't hold him.
Very hard to control that much weight, especially when it's swinging like that. Give Earthquake credit, though. He did the right thing maneuvering that weight.
Oh, Scott Hall with a choke slam. Unbelievable.
I've got to tell you, I didn't think there would be a chance he'd get the big man up in the air like that, but he did it, so I give credit where credit is due.
Scott Hall finally making it over to the corner, makes the tag, and here comes Kevin Nash.
Well, this is the best chance that they have right now due to the Outsiders of getting back into this one. Kevin Nash got the size strength, and he's a fresh man right now. If he can take advantage right now of Earthquake, they might be able to get back into this.
Once again, tag made. But the knee buster, and Typhoon goes down. Kevin Nash with a boot to the face.
Oh, and again. Not once, but twice.
Now driving the knee into the head of Typhoon.
Well, I'll tell you, just like I called it, Kevin Nash had to get back in the ring to turn this one around because now it's all outsiders.
The pendulum has definitely swung in the favor of the outsiders because right now we are looking at the natural disasters on the receiving end of the lion's share of the punishment. Oh, he set them up.
Oh, he's going for that jackknife, and he got him with it.
Unbelievable. The crowd on its feet. Will that be enough? Hooking the leg. One.
Oh, save is made. You know what? Scott Hall didn't even try to intercept Earthquake. What does that tell you?
Oh, there's the tag made right there. I don't know. What does it tell you?
Makes me wonder if they're on the same page or not, because why wouldn't he? That was a match. Even now, why is he not going after Typhoon? He's got him hurt. Why is he up there dealing with the fans? He should be going after the man.
Typhoon rolling around. He's got the leg. Delivering the punishment down across that leg.
And once again, Scott Hall back in the ring, and he's on the defense. He hasn't been able to muster any offense in this one hardly at all.
Well, he's had a couple of moments, but you're right, so far as longevity is concerned, consistent is concerned, he really hasn't been able to get it done. But he's in control at the moment. What's he going to do?
No way.
He's got him up. Outsider's edge. He got him.
I don't believe it. I don't believe what I just saw.
He got him up in the air, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3.
Well, I got to tell you right now, I am surprised. I didn't think there was a chance in hell.
Oh, look at this, the outsiders. They're not done. They're doing a number right now on the natural disasters. Earthquake is in there against 2 men.
Well, I'll tell you right now, the outsiders chased away the referee and took out the trash.
What a dominant performance. Fans, stick around. We've got plenty more action right here on this very special Fan Appreciation broadcast of the FWF. All right, fans, we continue on with our Warfare Arena. Coming in live from Virginia here on the very special Fan Appreciation broadcast here on the Nation Network. This is a match that really doesn't need much of a build to it at all.
Well, it's first off, it's going to be pretty much anything goes in this one. And I think everybody knows exactly why these two ladies are getting in the ring here tonight.
There has been a lot of heat on this person right here, Sasha Banks, for the actions she took in Uniondale, Long Island recently against her opponent.
Well, there's an old saying and says for every action there's an equal reaction. And if that holds true here tonight, then we may be seeing Sasha Banks out of here on a stretcher.
Well, here comes her opponent. This is Paige. She's former NXT Women's Champion, former Raw Women's Champion, Divas Champion. She's virtually held every title that has come her way, but it's not about titles tonight.
Absolutely. Tonight's all about another word, and it's called retribution.
She's been wrestling since birth, essentially. Her mother was pregnant with her. And her mother herself, an accomplished wrestler. Her professional career beginning when she was just 13 years old. Now, at the age of 25, facing some of the greatest adversity that a person in this professional can ever face. And the reason for that is the lady standing in the ring with her, and there are some paybacks coming at some point here tonight in this match.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, I would not know if I would want to be Sasha Banks right now, although she's doing really well out the gate. Almost makes you wonder if Paige is physically ready for this match or not.
Oh, attacking the neck, and why wouldn't she? She knows that is the Achilles heel. Oh, she almost got her.
Well, she got a 2 count off of a neck breaker, which just makes me think that it's that much worse than we thought it was.
And now Sasha Banks going for the big statement. She has it on her.
Oh, this one might be over fast.
Paige is in trouble. Referee's asking her if she wants to quit.
She wouldn't tap out. Give credit where credit is due, but at what cost?
Sasha Banks down to the middle rope. Nobody home. Paige with the Irish whip. Drop kick, and down goes Sasha Banks. We knew there would be a moment in time where there would be retribution. Let's see if she can make it happen here. Working that arm.
Or she could just rotate her shoulder doing that. No doubt about it. She really wants to punish her here. She wants to teach her a lesson.
Series of clotheslines, and down goes Sasha Banks. Paige gone up to the top rope.
Well, we saw Sasha Banks go up to the top a moment ago. Didn't pay off very well for her. Let's see if Paige has more luck.
No, she came up short. And now Sasha Banks taking advantage of a miss. Oh, again, attacking the neck.
That might be all she wrote. It's over.
Well, as we were fearing, it appears that Paige perhaps was not at 100% for this match. But Sasha Banks came right out and attacked her, went to work on that neck. And here we see the death blow.
Yeah, right down on that injured neck, and she took her out of it with that. I was looking at her eyes when she came down, and they rolled in the back of her head. I knew she wasn't going to kick out.
Well, you're looking at the winner, Sasha Banks. Fans will be back with more here from the FWF in just a moment. All right, we are back here in the War Zone. It is the Warfare Arena. We're in Virginia. And we are taking a look at the man known as Sting.
Well, this is a match right here. You want to talk about dream matches, you got one right here. And that's what the FWF is all about. Past meets present meets future, and it all takes place right here inside the War Zone. I want to take a quick moment and give a shout out to some of the people I know are watching us here tonight. We've got Blaze, Wacko, the Sarge is out there, Silas, and of course, all in the reflexes.
Again, this is all for you guys here tonight. We appreciate your continued support. We know it's been a rough month for broadcasting, but we believe all of our technical issues are now taken care of, and we expect smooth sailing throughout the rest of the season. Roode.
I'll tell you right now, he's got one of the most remarkable entrances in wrestling, but that's only half the battle. You have to get in the ring and then be able to perform, and that's something this guy does as well as anyone I've ever seen. He is a true professional wrestler.
Well, we talk about the War Zone. We talk about past meeting present. We're looking at it right here. This is what Warfare Wrestling is all about.
No doubt about that. Bobby Roode, he's about as real deal as it gets, and right now he's going to test himself against one of the all-time greats in the world of professional wrestling.
Bobby Roode getting ready to make his way into the ring. And that just means we are that much closer to seeing this match. And fans, I'll tell you right now, I, for one, am very anxious to see who comes out on top of this one.
Well, apparently at karaoke night here in Virginia, you can hear the bands singing along to the song of Bobby Roode. They may not like the man, but they love his music.
Well, he's definitely got a fair share of supporters here in the crowd tonight, but I would have to say the overwhelming majority are probably in the corner of Sting.
Well, fans are all wonderful and good if you need that sort of thing. But Bobby Roode's a lot like me. He don't need people to win matches for him. Whether you cheer or you don't cheer won't make a bit of difference.
All right, Roode's heading off now. He's got Sting going for the suplex. Gets him up.
Textbook suplex right there by Bobby Roode. Delivered it to Sting right in the middle of that ring.
Now Roode hammering away on the side of the head of the Stinger. Irish whip into the ropes he goes. Back out front. Power slam.
Nicely done right there by Bobby Roode. Now he's going all the way to the top rope. Might be a little bit early for a move like that.
Well, he connected with the elbow. Bobby Roode now winding the arm up, taking Sting down across the arm.
Well, you're going for the cover. You're not going to get him early in the match anyway, but at least try by hook and a leg or something.
Now Sting starting to mount a comeback. Looking a little bit fired up. Perhaps Sting has been woken up by Bobby Roode. Irish whip into the ropes he goes. Sting back up front. Clothesline.
Well, he didn't catch him very well with that clothesline, but it still knocked him down. Sometimes the ones that miss do more damage. Caught him upside the head with it.
And now Roode back into the corner, but he turns around with a back elbow. Feet are up on the ropes, referee.
Referee didn't see it, and it didn't matter anyway because Sting was able to kick out.
Oh, he just hung him across the top rope.
Well, you know what? That would have been a better opportunity for a pinfall if he would have hooked the leg there. I think he had him stunned coming right off that top rope like that. But Bobby Roode's got to get to this point where he knows better.
Now Roode with that rear chin lock, and he's got it cinched on deep, cranking it into Sting. And now Stinger fighting his way back up to his feet, elbow to the midsection.
Now out over the top rope he goes, and out to the floor. Bobby Roode might do a lot of damage here on the concrete.
Roode is on the apron. Sting is barely conscious. Bobby Roode with a clothesline off the apron. Bobby Roode doing a number right now. He's going for a suplex. Sting blocks it.
Probably a good thing, too, because it looked like Bobby Roode was getting ready to suplex him on those steel steps.
Well, speaking of the steps, Bobby Roode now tasting them. Sting throws him in there not once, but twice. And now the Stinger hammering down on the head of Bobby Roode. Sting has him up. Tombstone pile driver.
Shades of the Undertaker right there, and Bobby Roode is in trouble.
He hooks the leg. Referee's in position 1.
Well, I've got to say, I'm impressed right now. Bobby Roode kicking out on 1 after a tombstone. Most people don't kick out at all.
Scorpion death drop, and it could be over.
That's bad news for Bobby Roode.
1, 2. Oh, and Roode gets a shoulder up again.
Well, I'll say one thing for Bobby Roode, he's got a lot of heart. In order to withstand both of those moves so close together and still get out. And now look at this, Bobby Roode taking the fight to Sting.
Well, he was, but Sting just back body dropped him all the way to the concrete floor. Neck breaker.
Well, I'll tell you right now, these two guys going back and forth. This one's getting real interesting right now. Nobody's pulling any punches in this one.
Spine buster by the Glorious One.
He's sizing him up, and if he hits where I think he's going to hit right here.
Here it goes. He caught him. The Glorious DDT, and that could be it.
Well, we don't see many people get out of that one. Bobby Roode goes for the cover. Sting's very close to the ropes.
He got his shoulder up on 2.
That was more like 2 3/4 count. He just barely got that shoulder up. Bobby Roode just needs to finish up, I think, with one more good move, and this one's over. I don't think Sting's got enough left.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. We have seen Sting a lot. And he has taken on all sorts of punishment.
Yeah, but has he taken punishment at the hands of a guy as methodical as Bobby Roode?
Roode goes for the cover. Sting is down 2, and he kicks out the back door.
Look at Bobby Roode now just kind of relaxing in the corner a little bit, feeling very confident.
Drops the elbow down into the chest of Sting. Spine buster. The Stinger is in trouble.
Bobby Roode measuring him with those elbow drops, setting him up, I believe, for another glorious DDT. And if that happens, it's over. Look at that right there. Just posing on top of him while the referee stands by.
Oh, now Sting firing back if he can. Oh, in on it. He's going to do it again.
That's it. It's over right there. Nobody gets out of two of those.
Sting trying to fight his way back. Couldn't do it. 1, 2. Sting gets a shoulder up again.
I don't believe what I'm seeing. How in the world did he kick out of two of those?
So now Sting reached deep down inside.
But it's still Bobby Roode taking the fight to Sting, punishing the Stinger over and over again, and it's just a matter of time. Sting's absorbing way too much punishment right now physically.
Bobby Roode goes to the cover, doesn't hook the leg, gets two, and Sting kicks out.
You know, if I was a manager, I'd be managing Bobby Roode right now, and I'd make him understand, you gotta hook the leg. You're talking about a guy like Sting, you can't give him opportunities.
Well, speaking of opportunities, we just saw Sting take advantage of one, going to work on the leg of Bobby Roode. We know why. If he gets the opportunity, he's going to go ahead and put that Scorpion Deathlock on him. There's a Stinger splash. Sting is waiting. Has it. There's the Scorpion Death Drop. Will that be enough?
He hooks the leg.
1, 2, 3. What a match. You talk about back and forth, ladies and gentlemen. This one had it.
I've got to tell you, I'm very surprised. I thought Bobby Roode had this one sewn up. It looked like it was all over. Sting right there with that Scorpion Death Drop.
We look back at that spine buster. Here's that glorious DDT. Hit it twice, and Sting managed to kick out each time. Neither man with anything to be upset about. No reason to hold your head down for this one.
No, I've got to tell you, Bobby Roode looked like $1 million in this match. That easily could have gone the other way, and I personally want to see these two dudes do it again.
Well, we may very well see that. Anything's possible here in the Warfare Zone. All right, fans, we'll be back with more right after this. Don't go away. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mean Scheme here, and I'm in the locker room, and I'm being joined right now by the FWF Heavyweight Champion himself, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Tonight, sir, you're going to be defending that title, and you're going to be doing it in a match that you are very familiar with. That, of course, a ladder match.
Well, let me tell you something, Mean Gene. It's true. The Heartbreak Kid is no stranger to our ladder match. And I am looking forward to it. You know something, Rob Van Dam? He'll tell anybody that'll listen that he thinks he has the Heartbreak Kid's number. Well, let me tell you something, Rob Van Dam. RVD, whatever you want to call yourself. you're going into my house after my title in my match. And son, you're not gonna get it done. Sweet chin music and the ladder and the climb to glory. It's all gonna be coming your way via the HBK.
All right, we'll be seeing that one in just a little while. Stay with us. All right, fans, we heard from the FWF World Champion Shawn Michaels about his match coming up shortly. It's a ladder match. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Shawn Michaels, Rob Van Dam, two of the greatest high flyers of all time. Yes, Shawn Michaels, very at home in a ladder match, but Rob Van Dam, no stranger to ladders either with his background.
Well, you know what? The whole ECW thing in Extreme Rules, Rob Van Dam's been around probably more ladders than Shawn Michaels, believe it or not. And what is that saying?
Well, that says it all, really. We've got Akam and Rizar coming to the ring. They are the new FWF Tag Team Champions. Those titles not on the line here tonight, but I'll tell you, there's a lot of teams lining up for them.
Well, we already saw what happened with the New World Order. The Outsiders absolutely decimated the Natural Disasters in our opening matchup. And if you don't think they want a shot at those two belts right there,
that would be a match worthy of paying to see, no doubt. However, their opponents here tonight, who's to say if they were to pull off a victory, that would probably catapult them. It's one thing to beat another top tag team. It's a totally different thing, though, when you beat the tag team champions.
Well, yeah, there's a lot to be said for that. It's a non-title match, but you're right. The Authors of Pain may be the tag team champions, but when you look at the Ascension, you're looking at a couple of guys who could take them out.
Victor and Connor, they are the Essential. And they are here in the War Zone. Once again, this is a very special broadcast on the Nation Network. This fan appreciation broadcast for all of you that have had to suffer through the recent streaming issues for the past several weeks here on the Nation Network. We believe everything is now taken care of, and we expect to have a much better product moving forward. We thank you for sticking with us.
Well, I'll tell you right now, we've seen some great matches already. We still have two co-feature events to come.
Akam taking him and throw him across the ring. I'm a little surprised at who started the match for the Ascension. I would almost think they'd want to at least start out with power against power.
Well, you know what? You never know about something like that. Maybe it's better to get Connor out there, or Victor, excuse me, out there first. Let him take some bumps with these big guys, feel what it's like. And if he can take control of the match, which right now he is, then that's a bonus. Then all of a sudden you bring Connor in, and that wrecking machine hits the ring, and it can be a whole different situation.
Tag is made, and here we go, to your point. Globbing right in. Oh, look at that. Akam slide out the back door. Comes up with a neck breaker, and Connor on the receiving end.
Oh, he's in the wrong part of town right now. Here comes a double team by the Authors of Pain. Who came up with that name?
Oh, double gutbuster down across the knees.
You can fracture some ribs doing a move like that.
Tremendous move, and he has to make the tag out, and he does. Victor now the legal man. Nice running kick. Knee to the midsection. Rezar now the man of the ring, but he's on the receiving end of a beating.
Well, how ironic. We thought the power and strength was going to come from Connor in the ring, but right now it's been Victor who's really carried the offense for the Ascension in this one.
Definitely not what we anticipated, but that is the way it's worked out. Nice belly-to-back suplex right there by Rezar. And Victor is in trouble. Going for that suplex. Oh, he just threw him.
Yeah, he's very strong. Both of those men, very powerful men, able to move guys like Victor. And Victor's not exactly a small man by any stretch of the imagination. But against these other two guys here from the Authors of Pain, he's really kind of small.
Again, they're using the knees to the midsection. Softening him up. Down again across.
I'll tell you, even if they don't fracture the ribs doing that, it's going to make it hard to breathe. It's going to give you some bruised muscles. Inhaling and exhaling is going to be punishing on its own. And I can tell you right now, if you're having trouble breathing, you're not worried so much about fighting. Try having someone put a plastic bag over your head and telling you to fight. See how much you want to fight.
Well, it sounds like some of your Navy SEAL training coming out here.
I'm just telling you, when you can't breathe, you don't fight very well.
Now Connor has taken up powerbomb.
Not just a powerbomb, but from a deadlift. What? That's a lot of strength, and that's a huge man he's moving.
Ankle on a clothesline, and Connor is down. Tag is made. Rezar is back in. Tag team champions here in this one, non-title match. They do not want to lose it, though. Tag made. Here comes a double team. To the ropes. Double shot to the midsection. Double sledgehammer. Oh, the boots to the ribs.
Well, I'd say that's just a little bit of payback. Call that an equalizer, if you will. Nice running flying elbow right there.
From the middle rope, down he goes. Connor in trouble. Into the turnbuckle, and he throws him into the middle of the ring.
Oh, what a nice move right there. Did you see that? Rezar turned his attention for a moment. Victor perfectly timed that attack right there, and all bodies are down.
Look at this, going for the slam. No, he drops him and goes to top rope, throat first. Another tag lane. Look at this. Ankle with a series of drop kicks.
Hard to believe a man that big can move the way he just did. Very misleading. Well, this goes to show the old saying, you don't judge a book by looking at the cover.
Now Connor has him up in the air. And the back body drops him right in the middle. There's the Irish whip into the turnbuckle. He goes, tag made, and here comes a double team. Oh, this is it. The fall of man, out he goes, hooks the leg, no one there to make the save. The tag team champions about to be pinned. Yes!
Well, that's a huge victory right there for the Ascension over the tag team champions. And back to what we were saying earlier, that has got to propel them to the #1 spot in this one.
Wait a minute! Wait a minute! We've got steel chairs. They're
Oh, they're going to work on him with the steel chairs. Look at this beatdown.
They have sent a message to the tag team champions.
Yeah, I would say loud and clear.
All right, fans, it is time. The FWF World Championship is on the line. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, will be defending the title right here tonight as part of this special card, our Fan Appreciation event. This is the War Zone, the Warfare Arena. We're coming in this week from Virginia. And here comes the challenger, Rob Van Dam.
Well, Rob Van Dam, we mentioned earlier, he is no stranger to a ladder. Everyone knows about the exploits of Rob Van Dam in the ECW. He was a standout. He's been in every kind of brutal match you could ever imagine, probably more times over than Shawn Michaels. That could work for him, it couldn't work against him. How much of a toll has that taken on his body?
Well, both men have also suffered a lot of punishment over the years, as we see that world title hanging up in the ring. Waiting to see which one of these two men are going to go up there and get it.
Well, you know what? Normally a match like this, I would predict a winner, but I just can't do it, not tonight.
Fans, what we have seen tonight has been absolutely unbelievable. We've seen the tag team champions beaten soundly in a non-title match. Now we've got an opportunity where the title is on the line, and we'll see if Shawn Michaels can hang on to it. Shawn Michaels, HBK, the Heartbreak Kid, he's in the ring.
Where you're left one out, the showstopper and also Mr. WrestleMania.
That is what it's all about, the FWF World Heavyweight Championship. There he is, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, going up against Rob Van Dam. This match only ends when one of them puts a ladder in the ring, manages to scale the top of that ladder, and pull down that World Championship title.
There are no time limits. There are no disqualifications. Anything goes. Anything you can put your hands on is legal in this one. And despite Shawn Michaels' track record in ladder matches, I can't give him the advantage over Rob Van Dam. I still say it's a 50-50 coin toss.
Well, if you had to bet your money, who would you be betting it on?
I wouldn't. I would not bet on this one. I don't take 50-50 bets.
Fans are following contest is our co-feature match. It is a tag team match for the ages. The Hart Foundation, Bret the Hitman Hart, Jim Lee, and Will Neidhart, they will team up and be going up against Jeff and Matt Hardy, the Hardy Boys.
Truly two of the greatest tag teams of all time. And we're going to have it right here in the War Zone.
The battle taking place out here on the floor. Both men taking advantage of the environment. Rob Van Dam now going to work on the leg of Shawn Michaels.
Well, that's a smart move because both of these guys are very quick, very agile. If Rob Van Dam is able to take out one of the legs of Shawn Michaels, it's going to slow him down trying to climb a ladder.
Oh, indeed it would. Now into the steel guardrail. Shawn Michaels fighting his way back out. Oh, he just drove the back of his head into the steel steps.
Rob Van Dam is hurt. He may be concussed after that one.
Van Dam eating the steel once again. Shawn Michaels in control. And Van Dam is in a lot of trouble.
Oh, Shawn Michaels may be getting a little bit overconfident. He walked right in and Shawn Michaels on the receiving end of a DDT.
And now Rob Van Dam using a steel step to his advantage. Both of these men sacrificing their bodies, all for the opportunity to pull down that 15 pounds of steel. Spinning leg drop by Van Dam here on the floor.
Oh, Hurricane run him right there on the concrete. Shawn Michaels in trouble.
Oh, the champion on the receiving end right now. He's going to have to do something and do it quickly before this one gets away. Boots to the midsection, Shawn Michaels with a neck breaker.
I don't think these guys have been in the ring for maybe one whole minute of this match. All the action here ringside.
Well, the front row fans really getting their money's worth. And now Rob Van Dam going to work. He's got the ladder.
Well, he's not paid by the hour. If he can put that ladder up, scale it, and pull the title down quickly, it's all over. And he's the new champion just like that.
Van Dam is up. He's got the belt.
Shawn Michaels better get there and get there quickly or it's all over.
Michaels scales the ladder. Both men fighting it out. 10 feet up in the air. Van Dam has Shawn Michaels.
What's he going to do with him? Oh, my.
All the way down with a neck breaker. Shawn Michaels is laying out. The champion is down. The challenger is up.
Rob Van Dam has the belt and Shawn Michaels is nowhere near stopping him.
We have a new champion. I believe it's going to happen right here, Van Dam. Shawn Michaels again climbing the ladder.
Shawn Michaels very lucky that Rob Van Dam was struggling to unstrap that title, and now Van Dam goes down.
Shawn Michaels from the top of the ladder. Oh, splash!
Unbelievable.
Look at this crowd. They are on their feet. This is the kind of action you get in the War Zone. Here's the Warfare Arena. Shawn Michaels now looking to retain that championship. Rob Van Dam struggling, using the ropes to get back to his feet.
I don't think he's going to be able to do it.
Shawn Michaels continues to try and get that title back. Van Dam just keeps on heading him, and finally, he's got Michaels in a compromised position, powerbomb off the ladder.
Unbelievable now. We might have a new champion right here.
Rob Van Dam, will we get a new champion?
I believe it's over. Shawn Michaels trying to get back, but I don't think there's enough time.
Van Dam's done it. We have a new FWF Heavyweight Champion.
When I told you it was a 50-50 split, and this entire match was 50-50.
Look at some of the absolute carnage that took place in this. Both of these men put in their bodies through such pain, agony, self-sacrifice in order to secure that championship right there. We have a brand new FWF Heavyweight Champion, and his name is Rob Van Dam. All right, fans, it is time for our co-feature main event, but how do you measure up to that last one?
I don't know if anybody can, but we're going to find out, aren't we?
All right, the Hart Foundation apparently making several entrances here tonight. We're looking at Bret the Hitman Hart. The best there is, best there was, best there ever will be. He has been the leader of the Hart Foundation for many years.
Well, Bret the Hitman Hart, he is one of the greatest technical wrestlers of all time, one of the greatest champions of all time. He's been a tag team champion, intercontinental champion, world champion in several promotions. This guy knows how to get it done inside the ring, perhaps as well as, if not better than anyone.
And here comes his partner, his brother-in-law, the Anvil, Jim Neidhart.
Well, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, former Oakland Raider, and this is a tough, tough guy, as bad as they come.
One of the most powerful men in wrestling history. There was a day where the Hart Foundation ruled with an iron fist the world of professional wrestling. We talk about the tag team scene here in the FWF with such a vast variety of talent, spanning so many different generations. Whoever wins in this one here would have to also be propelled into the top 5, I would think.
Well, you can say what you want. Right now, the Ascension are the #1 tag team challengers for the champions. And you could make a strong argument they're the #1 tag team in the FWF.
It was an absolute unbelievable match between the Authors of Pain and the Ascension earlier tonight. The Hart Foundation in the ring, and we get ready now to see their opposition making their Warzone debut, Matt and Jeff, the Hardy Boys.
Well, I'll tell you something right now. Tag teams are tag teams. They end up spending a lot of time together. They travel together. They eat together. They spend holidays together. And they become a team, a bond of brothers, so to speak. But it's a little bit different when you actually are brothers.
Well, I mean, Shawn Michaels and Jim the Anvil Neidhart, their family as well.
Yeah, well, they're family through marriage, and I'm not trying to sell that short. And they're as close as you're going to get, but you're not as close as two brothers who grew up together with the same parents, in the same household. Different bond, in my opinion.
Well, we're going to see if that translates to a win for the Hardy Boys, and it very well could be the difference. All right, they go to, oh, I thought they were going to lock up in the middle of the ring, but Jeff Hardy had other ideas. Russian leg sweep, and Bret the Hitman Hart is down.
Follows it up with a splash right there. Well, you know, I don't blame Jeff Hardy. I mean, first off, the Hart Foundation, while they're capable of being great wrestlers, generally speaking, they're going to play dirty. We know Bret Hart. He's got no love for these guys, and he's going to take cheap shots when the opportunity arises. That's what I think.
From the top rope, what is he doing? Leg drop, and Bret Hart on the receiving end. Nice reversal.
Yeah, Bret the Hitman Hart did a tremendous job of using the momentum against Jeff Hardy and then drove his head right into the mat. And I'll tell you something right now, a lot of these jabronis here at ringside think that that's a soft mat. It's all cushion and sponge, and I'm here to tell you that is not the case whatsoever.
Jim the Apple Neidhart, overhead press slam, and Jeff Hardy goes down hard to the canvas. Nice back body drop. There's the tag man, and here comes the Woken One.
Woken Matt Hardy, I'm not even sure what that means, but he's here, and now it's him against Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Look at the Anvil. Not even a suplex, got him up and then threw him. And now Hardy in the wrong corner.
Look at Jim Neidhart just tossing this guy around. What did I say on the introductions when Jim Neidhart was coming to the ring? One of the most powerful men you're going to see.
Russian leg sweep right now by the technician, Bret the Hitman Hart. Bret Hart can wrestle you any way you want. You want a wrestling match, he'll give you a wrestling match you'll never forget. You want to get down and dirty, he has been there with the best of them, and he dishes it out as well as he takes it.
Yeah, well, sometimes he dishes it out before he takes it.
What is going on here? The Anvil from the top rope just got thrown on top of Matt Hardy.
And now Matt Hardy being thrown around the ring by the Anvil. The strength and the power of Jim Neidhart starting to show through in this one. And I just don't know that the Hardy Boys have an answer for that.
Well, they may have to rely on their tag team prowess. They may have to keep him in that corner, rely on some double team attack.
So you're saying cheat?
No, I'm saying take advantage of a 5 count. That's part of the rules, that they have 5 seconds to tag in and out.
All right, I want you to remember that when it happens the other way around then, okay? Don't get me wrong. I'm the guy who says, win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat. So I appreciate a cheater as much as anyone. And by the way, if the referee don't catch it, it's not cheating.
Well, that is definitely one person's opinion.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
Now it is Jeff Hardy. Twist of fate. Neidhart laid out.
Well, he should have gone for the cover right there. I'm not sure why he didn't.
Into the corner. Here comes the tag. Here comes the double team. Are we going to see something here? Another twist of fate. Matt Hardy with a swanton. Only here will you see that happen.
Look at that. Matt Hardy goes right back down to the pinfall.
Jim the Apple Neidhart able to kick out of that, but not by much.
He can't be taking too much more of that kind of stuff, though.
Into the turnbuckle he goes. And now the Anvil turns the page. Now Matt Hardy has him up in the air. The Anvil comes down and drops him on the back of his head.
Wow, the Anvil with a big splash. When do you see that happen?
He's got a Cobra clutch. Shades of Sergeant Slaughter. Matt Hardy doing a great job of using leverage to his advantage and taking the anvil down. Big right hand. And now scoop slam. Power slam by the anvil.
Well, that's his big go-to move right there. This could be over.
2, 3.
I'm going to call that an upset.
I think there are a lot of surprise people here in the crowd tonight.
I'm going to call that a huge upset right there. I expected a little bit more out of the Hardy boys.
Well, we see right here there was opportunity, no doubt about it. Neidhart applying the Cobra clutch, almost drew a submission, but Matt Hardy roped through it perfectly. There's the power slam. Matt Hardy never tried to break it up. I think he thought Jeff Hardy was going to kick out on his own. That was a mistake. There are your winners, the Hart Foundation, and let's just say it, they've got to be in the top 5.
Well, I would say probably right now you're looking at a coin toss between the Hart Foundation and the Outsiders for the number 2 spot. But we all know the Ascension are the number 1 tag team champions.
All right, fans, once again, we appreciate your continued support of the Nation Network. We thank you, and we tell you right now that our technical difficulties have been worked out, and we expect to have broadcasts running smoothly from here on out. We'll be back more with Monday and Tuesday night wrestling action as always. Until then, fans, we say so long from ringside, and thank you.